Alright gang, welcome back to our Farm Maze Challenge here on Riverbend Springs. It is now May. I need to unfold this. I thought I had already done that. Apologies for a second. But our soybean field is ready to harvest. Now, it's not a very big field. We've talked about this a number of times, so we're not going to get a ton out of this, but it is ready to harvest. It is the best time to harvest this as well, which is fantastic for us. Means we're going to make a good amount of money off of what we harvest here. But hail is in the forecast, as you can see. So really, I'd like to get this harvested as fast as humanly possible. Now, we'll have to re-drill this field. We also have the field in the last episode that we purchased and harvested that still has straw on the ground. I don't think there's going to be any way for us to be able to get anything, unfortunately, to pick up the straw on the ground. We're probably just going to have to mulch that back in. But we'll see. We will see what kind of money we get out of this, right? And we'll go from there. We do have a few other pallets that are also ready from the sawmill that we could go sell if we wanted to. I don't know what the price is. I'll have to look at that. But they are ready nonetheless over there. And yeah, we're doing all right. Now this is well, little quick plug here. So my members, I have I've talked about this I know before, but I'm going to bring it up real quick again. So my members, they get one extra video a month. It's a members only series that I'm running. This is the second video that I've tried to do, I guess, or I'm going to do, I should say, since the passing of my grandma. So I think I'm okay to do it now. It's been a couple of days, but if I'm not as chipper or upbeat as you would normally expect, I apologize ahead of time. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a very nice New Year's. I believe this is going to come out the day after New Year's. Now, I don't know how much time we have until it's supposed to rain. I'm going to look at that really quick. Not much. We've got till about 10, and it could start early. It normally does start early on us. So we need to get going here. Now, I could bump the time down if I wanted to. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go for it. And if we get hail, we get hail, right? Nothing we can do about it. We'll have to just kind of suffer through it until that time's over. I'm just not going to speed the clock down much anymore at this point. I still haven't pulled all the rest of the trees over. I think I might have. I don't know. Everything's kind of a blur right now, but I think I might have mentioned that I was going to pull some of those trees over off camera. I clearly didn't do that based off of the events that have occurred here the last couple of days. So they're still there, so we can get those today too as well. Like if it starts hailing, right, we could do that. That's something we can easily do when it's hailing. But I'm hopeful, very hopeful, that we can get this field done before the hail gets here. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. Now, this field here, field 58 down here, is not ready to harvest yet. It will be ready probably the same time as our sorghum, well, part of our sorghum field is as well. It'll probably be ready next month, more than likely. Now, we might not really need that sorghum much. We could put some of it, for sure, in the little silo that's there with the chickens. But we may not really need that for a while since we bought that field and it had, you know, tons of wheat on it, so we were able to... ooh, nope, don't go that way. So we were able to accommodate the food there for the chickens at that point. Now, while we're doing this, let's see if we can figure out what the price of the wood here is. It's normally pretty good no matter what time period throughout the year it is, but there are certainly better times than others. So, let's see, wood beam... Wood beams right now, I don't know if we have any wood beams over there or not. I know we had pallets, but I don't know if there's any wood beams or not. Planks, here we go. I say pallets, I meant planks. Planks and planks long, they're not great, but they're not terrible. So if we have a wood beam, we could go sell it. We still need to purchase also some cement bags or go a different route about figuring out a way to get some cement. Now, I think somebody in the comments mentioned, getting the lizard mod. And I don't know if it's on Mod Hub or not. I really haven't had the time to look, unfortunately, yet. But they mentioned something along the lines of there's a mod out there that pretty much can give you almost unlimited stones, free stones, basically, from the ground or whatever, right? It'll crush them up, and I can make it that way. I haven't had a chance to look because of the events that have been going on, so I will look, possibly. But it may just be easier in the long run for us just to go ahead and buy the cement. I don't recall how much cement it was. I think it was like 2,000 liters, I think. And I don't know how much you get if you buy the cement bags or not, but that's something we're going to look at. And we'll see. I mean, if I don't know how much more we're going to need besides that, but if that's the only thing we need, it might just be easier for us just to go ahead and purchase the bags. Since we don't have, we don't have stones or anything on at all, so. But we'll find out. We could always turn them on, right? It's not that big of a deal. Solid amount of soybeans here. This is good. So even if it does start hailing here in a few seconds, we got most of the field done, so I'm going to be pretty happy with that. We're not going to have to wait or lose that much out of this, hopefully. Now this field over here to the left, our maize field here, is going to need a second application as well of fertilizer, so we need to take care of that as well. Lots of things to do today, but mostly it's just, oh, that looks like hail coming in, or is that just wind of cotton being blown? I don't know what that is, but it kind of looked like it, didn't it? I think it might just be wind blowing cotton in the air, or whatever that is. Leaves, whatever. But yeah, lots to do today, but mostly it's just kind of a maintenance day. We're doing, all the stuff that we have to do. The only thing new I can see us getting, like I said, is if we go the path of buying some of the cement bags to put over there for our production. Well, not our production, excuse me, our construction project. Nearly done here. We're probably going to go ahead and finish this up even if it does start hailing here. It doesn't look like it. It's not flipped over yet to hail, but I mean, it said 10 o'clock, so it could be any minute. I'd love to purchase this field right here next to us, this one here to the left, but it's very expensive, so we're not going to have that anytime soon. I'm sure I've mentioned that almost every episode, but it's the truth. I would. I'd like to have all these fields that are right next to us here. They would be ideal. Okay. Field's all done. So I'm just going to sell it directly out of the harvester here, unless it is a significant difference to take it somewhere else. I don't think it was. I think we looked at that. I don't think it was, but let's just make sure. Farmers Market's 4330. It is 4420 the Grain River Silo, which is not too far away. Maybe we take it to the grain silo. I think we're going to. We've got that truck anyway. It's fast. It can get us there quickly. gain ourselves a couple extra $100 out of this. Oh, I forgot I had these on earlier. I was looking at something. I forgot. Sorry, gang. Turn them off. I know some of you don't mind that they're on. Some of you do. I don't know. I always just have them off. I know people have asked me that, and I've made mistakes because I haven't had those on, and that's fine, right? I'm just so used to, you know, utilizing FS22 and how it works in FS22, and it's slightly different in this one, so I guess I should be having them on early on here in the early stages, I guess, of the game, but that's all right. If we make a mistake, we can always fix it the next episode. Unless, obviously, we sell something, then we can't. But you get what I mean. All right, let's fold this thing up. Let's put it away real quick, and then we will head down there and sell that. Okay, so we want to go to the Grain River Silo. And where the heck am I going for that? Over there. That's not where I expected we were going. Where is it? Oh, it's right next to our field. Okay. Easy enough. It's not bad. Let's head that way. We'll make some money here. I don't think we've been to this one before. Maybe we have. I don't think so. Alright. This should be pretty decent. We'll get to 30 grand for sure. Fantastic. Almost to 40 grand. Almost. Only just did we miss the 40 grand mark. Here's our field over here, right? Flip back around here. Now, 40 grand is what we got. I think we did have one wood beam over there, as you saw. I drilled that stop sign. Apologies. Apologies, stop sign. We did have... There's our field right there that needs to be... we need to cultivate that up, all that good stuff. Really, we don't need to, because we've got a direct drill, actually. But if we want less weeds and stuff, we should cultivate it. Since we don't have a sprayer or anything yet. 39,579 is actually enough money for us to purchase a loading wagon or a baler or something like that. Might be beneficial for us to do it. We've got all that straw on the ground. We could utilize that in bale form, or even if just we pick it up from the forage wagon. It could be useful. The forage wagon is going to take up most of the money. The balers, similar situation here, if not all of the money. Actually, we can't even get a baler. Excuse me. The balers are too expensive. The round balers, I should say. We can get the square baler. I don't really love it, but we can get it. We're utilizing this same baler in the Survive 25 series. Nothing wrong with it. The biggest problem there is that these bales are tiny, small little bales, and that's not really what we want, because we want to try to keep some of that straw to make our bale maize, as I've talked about a number of times. But we don't really have anywhere, we're not anywhere near the amount of money we need to get to that point. So, and if you remember, in this series, if I purchase something, I have to keep it. So, I got to be very selective here. I don't really want to get a forage wagon and a baler if I don't have to, right? I'd rather just get one or the other. The balers are outrageous. What I'm hoping for is that in the next, after the new year happens, right? Maybe a week or two, whenever it is, when we start getting some more mods put out there, now that Giants is back, doing stuff, perhaps there will be a square baler that'll come out there that's somewhere between 22,000 and 164,000. That's an outrageous difference there. If we could find something in the 40 to 70,000 range, even though we don't have that money right now, it's a little bit more reasonable for us to get, and I'd like that. So we're going to have to wait. So I'm just going to plow all that up. That's the long story short. We're going to plow all that up. Now, the option here is that we do have some of these ready to go, as you can see. That is a wood beam. And we saw wood beam was worth a lot of money, but it's only one wood beam. There's not really anything in here. We're not going to be getting planks along anytime soon. The other two we're not going to be getting for a very, very long time. Bear with me for a second as I kind of move this up over here. I told you I was going to be doing this mostly off camera, but we're just going to do it right now just to get it moved over and out of the way. So, there's still that big tree still in there. I had to chop it down a couple of times. I might have to chop it down again. I don't know. It's not really accepting these for whatever reason. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, and hopefully it'll fill them up in the storage once it has enough room, I guess. But anyway, let's go sell the wood beams, right? We'll see what we get out of that. It's not going to be a ton. Well, it's going to be a ton, excuse me. But it's not going to be enough to really change our mind about that bale situation, right? So, wood beams. I think there's only like 2 selling spots, I think. Maybe 3. Oh, I am completely wrong. Ignore everything I just said. The playground, it gives you the most money, and it's a significant amount more. $10,849, but that is all the way at the other end of the map. I mean, it's as far away as it possibly could be. This one, which is the farmer's market, it's only 182 feet away. It's $9,000. So, is it worth getting an extra $1,800? No, yeah, $1,800, excuse me. Is it worth getting an extra $800 driving it all the way to the other end? I don't... It probably is, honestly. It probably is. But we're not going to do that. We are just going to sell this at the farmer's market. Now, I don't know exactly where the wood goes in the farmer's market. I would think it's not in the grain grate. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's see if we can get this working here. I mean, it does say there. So maybe it is there. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh boy, this thing always has issues just getting that out of there. Alright, just bear with me for a minute here, gang. Here comes the hail. Okay. Maybe not. Let me walk around the back here. It's got to be over here like the other one is. Yeah, I think it's here. I think. It's got to be. Well, if you'll bear with me for a minute, I'm just going to pick it up by hand here, gang. Probably need to start working on getting an actual front loader. There we go. 9,008 or 9,015. So we're up 48,988 buckaroonies. That's great, man. That's great. Alright, so let's just drop this off here. Now, I think... I guess I was wrong. I was going to say, I think we might need fertilizer, but we don't. At least not for this little field over here. So I'm going to put soybeans right back in here, gang. It's not going to be best to sell the soybeans at that when it's time to harvest them, but that's okay. It's all right. Going to attempt here to go the path of how it's supposed to be done, right? Where I do the middle and then do the headlands afterwards. Probably won't do it as well as I could be doing it, but that's, you know, that's fine. Maybe if I put steering assist on, maybe it'll help. All right. So I'm going to carry on here, gang. Let's get this going here, and I'll be back with you shortly. Well, that was not my best work, I admit. I did not do the best job there of trying to get those lines perfectly lined up, but we'll just gloss over that for today, alright? Let's just gloss over that. I've got an excuse. Boy. Anyway, the field's done. All drilled up. So we're going to take this over to the newest field we purchased. We're going to cultivate up all that straw and everything else that's there. Still heavy hail. It's been heavy hail since we pretty much started the drilling, excuse me, the plowing. Yeah, 1,300. So we've got a long way to go. We're going to be suffering through this for probably a good chunk of the episode here. Could be worse. At least we're not flooded. Could be worse. Hopefully we don't, gain any kind of major hail damage or anything like that. I mean, probably will, but... Nope, get off the AI worker. Thank you. Okay, we're underway. So it shouldn't take too long to do this field. It's not, I mean, it's a long field, but it's not a very big field. And our cultivator's a decent size. So this won't take us too long to take care of, and then we can bring the drill back down here and we can drill it. Now, what are we going to put in here? Great question. The other one we put soybeans in, so probably something different. I don't really know, though. I might take a look and see when it's best to sell something for this one. I know some people scream at me in the comments about that being too easy. I'm trying to put in whenever I want it, because it's not on seasons or whatever, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, gang. Let's see. We can do corn. Not going to be best. Sorghum. Yeah, same there. Not really going to be best. Sunflowers, again. So nothing really we're going to put in really matters. So we can really pick anything. It's not going to be best to sell it no matter what. We've got a sorghum field there. It's going to be ready soon so we can top off the chickens. So I'm not too concerned about the chickens' food. And we have... We've got corn, soybeans, what's down here? Sunflowers, and sorghum. So we pretty much have one of everything, really, that we can harvest and drill at this point. Now, I'm kind of going a little bit of a different path here. And you saw it in the last... I say the last. You saw it in the drill of the last field here. I'm kind of alternating the rows. This is how I normally do it whenever I'm picking up grass off the ground to make into bales or whatever it is. It's easier for me because I can just make a turn without having to turn and back up and realign and everything. So we're trying that approach out here. It didn't really work that great, I don't think. I think I'm about to go back over top of that. We just got hail damage. And that sucks. I don't think it worked that great, unfortunately. But I think it was mostly user error. It was me just not doing it properly. I think if I get used to it a little bit more, I think we could put this into action here, and I think it would work pretty well for us. Alternating this. In the end, it doesn't matter. As long as it all looks the same in the end, it really doesn't make a difference, right? Because, see, now I can just turn here, and I can line up right here easily. Well, I didn't do it this time, but you get the point. I really would have been going down not the row I'm going to anyway. There's our friend Byron, ready to cause some mayhem for us. So I guess that's the thing, right? I mean, I guess it's happened to us before, and I just really didn't click in my head, I guess, but that's the thing. If you're plowing and there's still hail going on, you can still get hail damage even with the plowing. So, or cultivating in this instance, right? That's not something I really thought of. It makes sense. It's just not. I don't know why I didn't think of it in my head. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back over top of that. Well, that's fine. See how easy that was for me to turn around and get relined? I just think it's easier. Maybe it's not, but I think it is. So we're going to continue on that path trying this out and see how it goes for a little while. Okay, that field's all done. I didn't really trust it, so I left the cultivator down here in case I needed to cultivate it again, because we gained another piece of hail damage while we were cultivating, so I just didn't trust it, even though it looked like it was starting to stop. I didn't trust it, so I kept it down here. Ended up being okay, but bring it back now. Field's all done. We decided to put corn in that field, as you saw. Now, one other thing we can try to do, but I'm thinking we're going to hold off on it. One other thing we could do with this money, I'm getting ready to say, is we could have bought a stump grinder, right? We're going to need one of those because we have the idea, at least, of either making that area in that field we bought down there either greenhouses or even expanding the field, whatever we decide to make. We got to get rid of those stumps no matter what, right? If we want to do it one way or another, we got to get rid of those stumps. So a stump grinder is in something we need. But it doesn't make sense to get it right now. So I swear I turned those off. Did I not turn those off? Hold on a second. I thought I turned the triggers off, but I still see the triggers, so maybe I didn't turn them off. I didn't, evidently. Okay, whatever. Anyway, we do have a pallet of eggs beginning. There's not much on there as far as eggs go, but it is beginning, nonetheless. And somebody told me, when I have this glitch, if I bring out the flashlight and bring it back away, it goes away. It does. All right. And then it should allow me to get back into the tractor. Okay, well, we'll see. Let's see if that actually works or not. Yep. All right. They were right. So there you go. Got some eggs going. 10 animals, 10 chickens so far. Still some baby chickens, a couple bigger ones, and then the rooster. So, nice. Let's go pick up some more trees. Get them out of the way if we can. Bring them back up here. And I think what we're going to do, I've made my decision at least. I'm going to buy at least one bag, pallet, whatever you want to call it, of cement. I'm going to bring it back. I want to see how much a bag is from the purchase location, which is up by the shop anyway. It's near the shop, rather. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring that back with the fork on the front here. Hopefully we can lift it up without causing any major mayhem to the tractor. And what I mean by major mayhem is it's too heavy, right? Hopefully it'll be okay without a weight and everything else. I might end up putting something on the back of the tractor just to act as a counterweight, right? Even though it's not a legitimate real weight, I might do it anyway. All right, let's attempt this. Let's attempt this one that's a pain in the ass normally. These right here, I'm probably gonna have to cut it up, but I'm gonna attempt it first and see if I can get it there without cutting it up. If I do it by itself, it has a better chance. Normally, you know, I like to attach a bunch of them together. A bunch of trees together. What I mean by that is a bunch of trees being attached together so I can winch them up here at the same time, save gas, wear, tear, all that stuff. But this one always gives me trouble. And if there's anybody coming this way at all, it's going to be mayhem. So I'm trying to get as close as I can to here because it's going to hit this and hopefully it's going to fly over to the left. No, we got stuck. That's what I was afraid of. And now I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this thing out. Because now it's partially in the ground. Great. Yeah, I should have probably just chopped this thing up. I'm going to try to push it backwards and see if I can chop it up again. Looks like I'm able to get it back, which is a miracle. I was not even expecting to be able to push it back here. I thought we were going to get really stuck. Alright, let's see if I can... Let me get this out of the way a little bit here. I guess it's not going to let me cut it this way. I was wanting to cut it straight down the middle, but I guess it's too... It's not going to let me do that, unfortunately, but let's see. Let's see what else I can make it do, if anything. This one, it's not even acting like it's a real branch, evidently. Yeah, it's not a real branch, even though it looks like it. Okay, so let's just do it this way then. Let's just chop it up here. And then maybe it'll let me chop it this way. Yeah, it's gonna let me do it now. Just gonna find the right spot here. I want to kind of get it right in the middle-ish. You're gonna bear with me for a minute, gang. I'm on a controller. It's really hard for me to get it in get it in the middle with the controller. Alright, that's probably as close as I'm gonna get it, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, just destroy the tree. Go ahead. Go ahead. Not working here or nothing. Go ahead. We'll gloss over the fact that technically he was probably in the correct there, or she was probably in the correct. I don't know if that was Scarlet or if that would be Griff. I don't know who that was. It was somebody. A shade, a variant of red or orange of some sort. Burgundy. Trying to get this thing lined up properly, and it's not really working. Alright, let's hope for the best here. I don't know if I can reach it or not. Might say it's too far away. Alright, we got it. Somehow. Now, this is still not going to be an easy peasy lemon squeezy kind of drive here. We're still going to probably deal with some issues here. I'm going to back up the camera a little bit and see if I can... Oh, Byron. Byron coming in hot. I need Byron actually to help me out here. I think Byron's actually the reason we got stuck, though. It's Byron the cement truck. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just see if he'll push him out of the way. Look at that. It's working. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these trees back hooked on now, though. But he's going to push those things all the way up there for me. So I'm not going to complain. He's literally pushing them all the way up there. Oh boy. Oh boy, now I've done it. Now I've got myself stuck. Oh boy. Alright, we got it loose after many times. I don't know what's going to happen to those trees up here that Byron was pushing out of the way. We might have lost them. I'm hoping they just kind of got pushed up near our land, but they may have just despawned, potentially. I guess we'll find out. Or he's still pushing them across the map. Well, there's one of them. Right there. There's the other. Okay, we're good. We're okay. What a disaster that ended up being. Oof. Oof. I'll have to do a little bit of cleanup work here. We've got a lot of trees to take care of. How'd that one get all the way over here? It was just over here. Okay, whatever. I probably should upgrade our sawmill, honestly, but we got so much wood in there now. I'm just gonna stick with it. We're just gonna suffer with the small one. I was gonna say I probably should upgrade it to the one we're utilizing in our survival challenge. It's a mod that came out recently. It's a very nice one. It would definitely help out with being able to chew through this faster, but I'm not sure how much more tree work we're going to do after we're done. I should say after we're done with the field here that we have all the trees on currently, right? Once those are gone, I'm not sure how many more trees we're going to get. It really depends on that construction project, how much more wood we need. That's another reason why, while we did sell the long beams today, I don't necessarily want to sell everything that we spawn from the wood out of that, because we might need more. I would expect us to need more, but I don't know. Alright, we'll leave that there for right now. Anyway, let's hook on... Where did I put it? It's over here. I was going to say, I don't remember where I put it at, but it's over here. Let's do this. I'm going to leave the winch here. I don't think it has enough weight on it. We need more fertilizer anyway, so we can pick up a bag of fertilizer or a box of fertilizer or whatever and fill up our fertilizer spreader with some of that fertilizer while we're down here. And we'll go buy some cement. And we'll see what we get off of one pallet. I would assume we're probably going to need multiple pallets, which means multiple trips, at least at this current stage, because we don't have any kind of option or any way, really, to move more than one. Possibly two in the front here, but I've tried it before and I showed you it was a bit of a disaster, but let's head to the shop. Let's see. Alright, picked up some solid fertilizer, 2 boxes worth, and then I bought 1 pallet of cement here. So we'll find out what we got here. 1,000 is what it looks like. I think I might be able to get 2 bags out of this. I think I needed 2,000. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's just jump there. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out for sure how much we need here. 2,000. That's 1,000. So I'm assuming that's 1,000 liters is what I'm assuming. I gotta go buy some more, which I believe is right over here. Yes. Very expensive. That stuff is. Now, can I get this on top? I think I can. Give me a minute here, gang. I'm not the best at stacking stuff with a pallet fork, so bear with me for a minute here while I try to meander my way across here. Okay, that didn't work too bad. Or it didn't go too bad, I should say. Not work too bad. Didn't go too bad. Okay, I think we should be able to get this back without any kind of major mayhem. And hopefully, this will be all it needs cement-wise. Yeah, we can go from there. Just be careful. See, this thing could fall off any second. Be careful, buddy. See you back at the yard, gang. Alright, we're back here, gang. I almost lost him. I don't know if you can tell, but they're sliding off quickly. And I'm having issues with the fork. It keeps going up and down for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but whatever. We'll gloss over that for now, I suppose. Let's drop the cement off here and hope this is 2,000. I think it is. Yep, that's exactly what I needed. Perfect. So we can move on there. We've got our fertilizer. We're good to go. We've got to do one little spray here of fertilizing on this field right here. Our maize field, I should say. It's not even a field. It's just our maize, right? It's got 50% fertilized, so we need to fertilize that real quick. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that right now. I'm not even going to worry about... Well, I can't do it on this one anyway. It's not a true field. Not in essence for a GPS, at least. I was going to say I'm not even going to worry about the GPS, but I always forget you can't do the GPS on this one no matter what, even if you wanted to. It can't understand it. It doesn't realize it's not a field because it's not, you know, a full connected field. It's just little spots, if that makes sense. So a decent long episode here, gang. We got a lot accomplished, but it was mostly maintenance stuff, with the exception of buying the bags of cement to put in there to continue our shed construction, right? Everything else is basically just maintenance stuff. We had some issues there with Byron the cement truck, of all things, causing a little mayhem for us, trying to get at least another tree back up here in this area, so... We're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider smashing the like and subscribe buttons for me. It is completely free. Helps me out more than you could possibly imagine. You guys are amazing when you do all that for me. I cannot thank you enough. Let me know down below some comments what you did for New Year's, all that good stuff. Anything new you got during Christmas? Maybe I haven't heard from you about that. You got any new games or anything you're interested in playing? Let me know. Check my other channel out. I've done a bunch of different playthroughs and some challenges from time to time on the other channel that I have. It's in the link in the description. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.